problems within the dual system. The thing is, the requirements changed. I have passed this part-time training program as well. I'm industrial clerk, and my training at that time, 20 years ago, was fine. It was absolutely fine. But now the students, the trainees, have more project work. They need to present more. They need more computer skills. They need more soft skills. They are more integrated in business processes. And that was not so much the case 20 years ago. The students need to meet these requirements. And sometimes they do not meet these requirements. That's why they have limited training possibilities. For example, they want to be industrial clerk, but they will not get a training contract with this profession. So maybe they are successful with general office clerk or maybe a retail. In some fields, there's a less need of trainees at the companies. Some companies say, no, we do not train. Actually, I do not understand it, really, why they don't do it, but we need to accept this. And there are sometimes some restrictions on training at the companies. For example, an industrial clerk is not allowed to work in the accounting because there are some information they should not know and tell other people. But in a way, it is possible. If a company cannot offer a certain department, they could cooperate with another company and send the trainee there for the training in a special department. So students, especially with lower level school leaving certificate, they are often too young. They are 15 or 16 years old. They are not mature enough. And that's why they don't find a company, a training company. Or they just sit and relax and do not apply because they fear of applying. They do not really know how to apply. Although in all schools, the full-time professional schools, all the general schools, they learn how to apply. And not just once, maybe 10 times, 12 times. But I can tell you, especially under this full-time professional school, we have maybe 20 or 25 students, and just 2 of these 25 students are able to write a good application. Depending on the field of business, in some cases trainees are used as cheap workers. This happens sometimes. It's the minority. But this happens, for example, in companies in the field of event management or advertising agencies. Sometimes these companies are pretty small. They have just 1 employee and 2 trainees. And for example, in the field of event management, they do not have so many events in the wintertime, but in the summertime. So they need to work 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours a day. Usually they accept it. Usually they are not allowed to work that long, but this is the way the business is in the event management. If the conditions are too bad, the Chamber of Industry and Commerce can withdraw the authorization to train. So we have changing student motivation in some training programs, not in the industrial business, not in the banking business or insurance, but for example in retail services there is a lack of reliability at school, lack of discipline, unsteady grades. I mean, lack of discipline, you know about it. The question is, what can you do? I throw the students out of the window. The thing is, we talk a lot with these students who are a bit weird during the lessons, and usually we are successful, at least for some time. In the end, if the student's behavior does not change, we can call the training company. And the trainer at the training company has more impact on the trainees and students as we teachers.